the previous one in the YouTube channel. I just want to see because I'm learning the YouTube marketing. Okay, so let's begin with the SQL Inner Join. For this week, the training will be for exactly 30 minutes, and that will be recorded. Sample data, every information which is required around it, and then the Q&A around that for the 20 minutes. Thank you. So SQL Inner Join. To understand Inner Join, I'll be taking the sample information by drawing a diagram, and then I'll be showing you the basic syntax of Inner Join. It is what we use around it. And the request is for the next 30 minutes. I will be on mute. Thank you. So here comes the concept of SQL Inner Join. So let me take a data, sample data for this. I'll be drawing it on this board, and then we'll try to understand it. And then we'll try to apply that data by creating data for it. And then we'll learn how Inner Join works and what is the data we expect from it. Make sense? Perfect. So here comes the data. Let us take two sample tables, which will be not from the real world. I'll take it as table 1. I'll take the other one as table 2. So let's assume that they have only 2 columns there, only 2 columns. And the first one, I'll be calling this one as ID. I'll call the second table's column as key. Okay. Here, let's take the column name as name, and key will come with something called cost. This doesn't have anything to do with the real world. So the first column ID will be numbers. I'll take some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. On the other side, key is also a column which has numbers 10 to 30, 4, 50, and 10 to 34, 50, and 6. And relevantly, I'll be having some names. Let's see how Inner Join works. Let's understand the syntax of joins. When we have 2 tables, and if you want to join it, let's try to join it. So here comes the name, John. Then it is Bob, Smith, Abel. We have Charles and Steph. Okay. So this is the data what we have on the left table. And on the right hand side, I'll try to have some cost for it. So we should have one common column. You might have more than one also, but one is mandatory so that we can join on that. For this particular cost, this will be 12,345, and the next one is 25,369. The next one is 1245. Just a dummy data. This is the data what we have. Now I want to bring this data together into one table, and I want to see the data which is in common based on ID and key. So what should be the output? So let me take this ID, name, key, and the cost. Now, if I go with inner join, I want to display all the columns from both the tables. If ID is matched with key, so as expected, what will be the value? 1, 3, correct? What will be in column? Common. There will be 3 data, right? 2 is in common. Okay. Then we'll be having 2 from left table is matched with 2 on the right table. Correct? So the name will be displayed. What is the name? Bob. And what is the cost of it? This is inner join. This is how the output comes, 25369. Exactly same way you can imagine the remaining one. So you will be having 4 in common and then we have 6 in common. So respective values will be fetched from the table. This is an output of inner join. You want to display only name and cost, even that can be done. You want to display only ID, name, cost, ID, name, key, however you want to. That is inner join. Means if I want to draw it with the support of a Venn diagram, this part is inner join. This is left table T1, this is the right table T2. Anyone has any questions, let me know. If you have questions, please make a note of it. We'll try to discuss once we have completed the syntax. And I'll create a table around this, sample data, put it in a file, execute those commands, and also the last output which we are expecting. Good? Thank you. Now, I'll take a screenshot of this so that I can prepare the data first. This itself is a data. I'll save it. E drive. The other side, this one. This is SQL Inner Join. So now I'll be preparing that table. You can watch my screen. I'll be typing those commands quickly. So create database SQL Inner Join underscore example with the database name. Since I'm working exactly specific to this, I'll be going with this name. Okay. Now use, then create table T1. ID, comma, name column. Then comes the data type, which will be of type int. And here it will be of type character, which can take up to 25 length. Exactly same way I'll be creating the table 2. This will be cost, which is of type int. This will be called as key. Now I need to place some data for both. Insert into E1 values 1 comma John, this is SQL Inner Join, and I would recommend you people to do the same stuff. SQL Inner Join dot SQL file, and Yes. Where is the image? So based on that, I should prepare the data and create ones. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. John, Bob, Smith, Abel, Charles, and Stella. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. John, Bob, Smith, Abel, Smith, Abel, Charles, and Stella. So I'll be sending this file, but only request is you people have to type it. I'm typing it because I want to practice it. Exactly same way expectation is even you people will be doing the same. Type it. I want to replace D1 with D2. Done. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And here the cost goes. Cost is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 5, 3, 6, 9. 1, 2, 4, 5. Smith single quotes is missing. 2, 5, 8, 7. 4, 5, 1, 2. I'm just trying to match the data which I've typed. 2, 5, 1, 7, 0. So I'll just copy this. I'll come to the command prompt.
T2 ಬರಬೇಕು ಸರ್.
Later change T2.
Record ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Okay, fine, no worries. So let me log into my SQL. And to practice this, you don't require the sample data because I'm preparing it. So it is showing some error. First one is, let me do this. It's already existing. Show tables, drop table T1. Now here comes the tables. Something is missing here. Okay. Cost is treated as one more keyword amount. Create table T2 key is also. Yes, now it got created. Key is one of the built-in keywords, I guess. Select star from T1. Perfect. Now this is how you learn. So let me type select star from T1 and T2 just to display it on the screen. Okay, T1 and T2. So these are the two tables. Now let us understand the syntax of the join, which I've explained it in the previous session also. Select column or columns in both the tables from the left table, join keyword, space the right table, on keyword, the condition. Usually the condition comes with the columns which are in common in both the cases. Okay. For the inner join, so this will be an example of the inner join. Inner join, how do we write this? Select star means from both the tables. From the table 1, left table, inner join, the right table, on the keyword that ID from left table should be equal to underscore key. If I write this, the expectation is we need to get this output and have a view of this. Hope you're clear. Is it matching the output here? 246 Bob 2. Yes, right? If you understand the syntax, we just made it match happen. And one more key point here is inner join with equals operator in condition is called as Equijoin. If they ask you Equijoin, nothing but they are trying to ask you inner join with the operator compared is equals. So let me take this as the second one. Now let me check with ID greater than key. Even this is an inner join. Now based on this data, 1 greater than 10 false, 1 greater than 2 false. Any ID which is greater than the one which is on the right hand side will be fetched for your information. So 2 greater than 10, 2, no. 3 greater than 10, no. 3 greater than 2, yes. So it should be displayed. 3, Smith, 2, 25369. Exactly. Each value will be picked compared here. If it is satisfied, you'll get it. So 1, 2, sorry, we don't get it. 3 with 2, we get it. 4 with 2, we get it. 5 with 2 and 4, yes. 6 with anyone, we'll be not getting. So the answer what we'll be getting is 3 with 2, 4 with 2, 5 with 2 and 4. So this is the output what I'm expecting from this condition. Even this is an inner join. And is it matched? 3 with 2, yes. 4 with 2, 5 with 2, and 5 with 6 with 4 is also been displayed. This is also an inner join. Hope you're good with this. So let us make use of Equijoin now to bring some data from two different tables which we have as a sample data. But this is a very simple one. But what if I want to display some selected columns? Yes, I can. I want to display the name from the left table, the amount from the right table. Yes, you are handpicking the columns for this condition. Same output, only difference is it will try to display name and amount. Name followed by amount. If you compare the previous one, you had ID and amount, but in this output, ID and amount, ID and key are not displayed. That's it. Can I do it for inner join or Equijoin? Yes, you are always free to do it. Rather than using the star, I'll be using, I want to display ID, the name and amount. Anything which you want to display. Make sense? Good with this? apply the same knowledge to the world database, or it might be to the employee database. Anything which you go with. It depends on you, how do you want to display, what is that you want to display. So I'll be taking some examples on the employees database. This is a very simple inner join. So left join, right join, left outer join, all. The three things will be picked tomorrow. On Wednesday, we'll be discussing more about self join. For now, let me go back. When we have data, we have every query. I just typed it here, which will be shared with you people. I'll close this. And now I'll be jumping into the database use employees, and I want to show the tables present in it. So we have departments, department employee latest date, department manager, employee salaries and titles. Okay, so let me take the department. Let me describe employees first. And in employees, we have employee number, but we don't know to which department they belong to. So if I want to know to which department he belongs to, I need to describe this department employee. Describe department underscore EMP table and DPT. So we have employee number here, department number, but we don't know their department name. I want to display department name, employee number, employee name. Employee number is there, employee first name is there, employee last name, that's fine. I want to display the employee number, their first name, last name, and to which department they belong to, which comes with departments, that is departments. But here we have department number, employee number. So hope you got the output. Output, what I'm expecting is the employee number, first name, last name, department name. So describe departments. In this we get it. Okay, but in employee table we cannot know to which department they belong to. But since the data is too lengthy, we need to restrict that. For now, don't worry. Anyhow, it will be running for a longer time. So this is what I want to display. But if I want to display the employee name and department name, we need to join three tables in this scenario. So let me go here and let me start typing it. Select from on. Select what? I need to select first. I'll try to display the employee name, number, first name, last name, and to which department they belong to using this join. That is department employee. It is lengthy. Select what? Select employee number, comma, first name, comma, the last name, comma, department number. And we are trying to join two tables, employees, inner join with department underscore employee table. And what is the condition? In both the tables, we are trying to compare employee number is equal to employee number. Since the column names are matching, it will say that I cannot understand this. So you have to go with. So if you want, I can show you that ambiguity error once. So it is telling you that employees doesn't exist. Employees, EMP, employees. So employee number is ambiguous. Why? It is present in both the tables. If you remember, in my image, I don't have any common column, name, but data was there. Since in real world it will be the same, so we need to modify this query in such a way that it is not having any ambiguity. First, let me pick this line. Left one is employees table dot operator. compared with employee underscore EMP table with dot operator. Is it resolved? Still not. Why? Because here is one more employee number which comes from employees table. Now this will take a lengthier one output. It takes two. So now I want to display something else, right? So while it is running, I want to display employee number, first name, last name, department name. And we are trying to join employees table with department employees, and that is joined with departments. But the condition is employees employee number should be equal to department's department employee number, and department's department number should be equal to department underscore employee dot department number. This is joining more than two tables. Two is minimum. You can have any number of joins, but the best practice is try to restrict it to 4 tables. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get an intermediate result and then start joining with others. If you're good. So this will take seriously too long time, but that's the reason I'll be aborting it for now. Unknown column department number. Describe DPT underscore EMP. So we have department number, unknown clause, DPT number dot DPT number. So tables. We have departments. We have department number. We have departments department number. Departments department number compared with department employees table. This is how you will get it. So let me close this. You can see this now. The employee 10011 Mary with this last name belongs to Department of Customer Service. So when you have columns from multiple tables, you want to bring it together and display them based on your condition, and if it is only matched, it might be equals, it might be greater, lesser. Many people get confused. Every time we go with equals operator, no. You might even go with greater symbol, lesser symbol, like anything. So join happens based on the data if it is matching. And to have matching data, we need to have at least one common field in both the data extensions or tables. So this is about the employees table. If you want to apply the same knowledge on the world's database, you are always free to do it. Let me relog in. use word and show tables. City table, country table, and country language table. Describe city. We have 5 columns. Describe country. We have many columns. So we have the code, name, continent, region, surface area, independent area, population, GNP, and more. So if you want to join them, you can join them. What is first decide what is that you need to see in both the tables. Based on that, we'll be joining. Country is there, city is there, country language. Let us describe country language. Country language has country code, language of is official, and the percentage speaking people. But if you observe, common is something which is having a code, or country code, or country code in this ID. All these will be treated as a primary key usually because they come from different tables. So we'll discuss about constraints once again. But with this, if you have questions, let me know. Try to apply your knowledge of joins on this. Okay. So I want to see the country to which they belong to in the table. We have percentage of communicating people and more. All these things are the one where you can bring it together in a database, join them, and have some meaningful results. Good. So I want to display the population is already there. I want to display the surface area, independent area based on the ID which is visible here. If you want to perform that, then you'll be going with inner join. Good. So this is about inner join. Try to bring columns from multiple tables based on the condition given, and if it is matched, it will fetch the data. Hope everyone is clear. If anyone has questions, let me pause this training. Thank you.